Lyrians met one note of luck in this song of woe. Rosberg had fallen, yes, but the Nilfgaardians, not expecting reinforcements from the south, had stationed only a small detachment to hold it. Meve led her men to victory and retook the fortress. Or rather, what was left of it. What they did not demolish during their assault, the Nilfgaardians burnt once inside the city. Countless charred corpses of both defenders and peasants seeking shelter from the invaders lay among the blackened ruins. Some had tried to shield their children from the fire with their own bodies, to no avail.
Gods be damned!
The queen cried, pounding her fist against the wall. Meve was about to give the order to move on when she caught a stifled whimper coming from a pile of rubble. Her soldiers ran to the rescue, their bare hands digging through the fiery bricks.
Here! He's alive!
The man they pulled from the ruins had suffered horrible burns. His face was a stew of seared flesh and pus-filled boils, and he reeked of burnt meat. Seeing Black Rayla, the poor soul staggered to his feet and lifted a shaking hand in salute.
Engineer Lieutenant Xavier Lemons,
Whoa,
reporting for
dude.
duty.
Look at him. He is jacked up.
Medic! Send for a medic!
Lemons! What the devil's happened?
I know not. The East Tower. I led the defense. Heating oil to tan Nilfgaardian hides. A catapult struck. The cauldron tipped, burst into flames. The rest, I cannot say.
The fortress fell.
Fell? Damned Scoia'tael.
What was that?
Our preparations were perfect. A month, 2 we could have lasted, but traitors were among us. Elves, dwarves. Planted charges on the buttresses. An explosion shook the tower, a hole gaped in the wall. Our men threw themselves in, filling the breach.
Vermin, filthy, rotten vermin.
I know you suffer, soldier, but Queen Meve wishes to meet with your sovereign, Demavend. We must know what's become of him.
Gone, luckily. He oversaw the preparations, then returned to Aldersburg. 3 days past.
Then let us do the same. Reynard, prepare our departure.
Hold your grace. Did anyone survive? Anyone at all?
Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners.
The Nilfgaardians might have taken prisoners. There's hope.
How could they? An entire detachment? An entire city? The animals.
Soldier, my medics will tend to you as best they can. Then we can escort you home if...
This is my home, your grace.
Oh,
Rosberg.
man.
I beg you, let me join your company. Let me exact revenge.
Okay.
I respect your fighting spirit, good man. But in your state...
Your grace, I can hold neither shield nor sword, but I can still fight in my own way. I'm an engineer. I built siege towers, ballistae, bridges, whatever you wish. I pray, grant me a chance.
Such pain, such ferocity resounded in Xavier's rasping, distorted voice that Meve could not refuse his plea. Once the medics had bandaged his wounds, Meve's men set out towards Aldersburg, following Demavend and the Nilfgaardians. At one point in their journey, Black Rayla rode up next to Meve. The warrior's lips were a thin line, bitten to blood.
Oh, dude. He's a card and everything. Okay.
Milady, the road to Aldersburg leads through Moulderwood, where Eldane Scoia'tael prowl. Same filth who killed my men and delivered Rosberg to the Black Butchers.
Rayla breathed deeply to steady her furious, shaking voice.
Please, milady, I ask you upon the holies, let us find them and destroy them.
Neve gave a slight nod. It seemed the road to Aldersburg would prove long and full of challenges.
Okay, let's see what Xavier does. There he is. Zeal. Order. Choose a card with order. Give it 1 charge. It's got 2 charges. Zeal can play the same turn the card is placed on the battlefield. Okay. Oh, well, he needs to go on our deck. That's going to synergize well with these two. What is he, 11? Oh, good gracious. Alright, so we gotta go down 7. Maybe I'll go down one slinger for now. Alright. So I can get another trinket. Of course, that's not going to leave me with much. That's the same thing. Increases recruit cap to 150. That would help with putting more cards in our deck. We'll get this for now. That's not too much. Alright. Moving on. Go look down here real quick.
I pity Willem is not with us. Were he to see what lies before our eyes, caught a whiff of the burnt bodies, perhaps he would see with whom he now consorts, whom he allowed in our home with nary a fight.
If it be your majesty's wish, I shall send a rider to the prince with her.
I wish nothing of the sort. I will not correspond with the enemy.
I don't think there's any resources up in here. Doesn't appear to be. Oh, nice. A morale boost. I'll sit on that for a minute.
Dwarves breach the walls, ploughing traitors. Where's the king? Why'd he leave us a black-clad mercy? They took everything. I'd head to the wood, but my fear of the Scoia'tael. Where's the king? Why'd he leave us a black-clad mercy?
What's past this? Point of interest, puzzle. We'll go ahead and get this now. Go north here.
Not liking the looks of this,
Gascon said, furrowing his brow. Neve followed his gaze. Before them, beside the road, stood a hut with a scorched thatch roof.
Why?
Huts abandoned, yet dried fruit and mushrooms hang from the eaves. Famine raging all around and no one's been tempted. I'd send a scout if I were you.
The Queen did as Gascon suggested and sent 3 infantrymen to reconnoiter. They entered the hut and found only silence that was soon broken by a blood-curdling growl. The soldiers ran out at full speed, tripping over their own legs. Meve drew her sword, convinced a horde of neckers or ghouls would soon attack. But her fears proved unfounded. Instead of monsters, out of the hut came a shaggy dog, a torn scrap of fabric clutched in its
Look, he's so proud of himself right here.
One of the soldiers began, his face red with embarrassment and his hands covering a hole in his breeches.
Was dark as a well inside, and that hound, it jumped out at us all of a sudden, biting it and snapping.
Bad boy.
Gascon said with a smile, then pulled a hunk of dried sausage from his bag. Bought by this generous offering, the dog calmed down at once. Further examination showed the dog was the hut's only resident. Like many others in Edern, its owners had disappeared without a trace. Their loyal mutt still guarded the premises, waiting for his master's return.
Let's take him with us.
Gascon said.
Otherwise, he'll die here of his own hunger or
Yes,
someone
let's take him with us. Heck yeah, take the
A watchful
dog.
sentry like this could prove useful in our camp.
Said the Queen.
Fine, he can join. But he shall need a name.
How about Reynard?
Proposed Gascon, a cheeky grin smeared across his face.
That way, he'll come when you call, sit on command, and always be a heel.
These two.
Always heel, that is.
Watch your words,
Said Reynard, hand tightly gripping the hilt of his sword.
or you'll learn I'm not at all as tame as you believe.
Enough, both of you. That's an order. As for you,
The Queen took a good look at the dog, who still had a scrap of fabric in his teeth.
since it seems you've a taste for the cloth of the nether regions, I dub you Knickers.
Oh wow, that's a
that do?
great
The
name.
dog wagged its tail
Knickers.
vigorously, as if thoroughly pleased with its new name.
Fits.
Meve's company marched off, a furry new recruit richer.
Nice. Oh, he's got his own card too. Awesome. What does Knickers do? Immune, permanent resilience. When you play a gold card, summon Knickers from your deck. This unit may raid your hand for yummy treats. Nice. Okay. Well, he's going in our deck too. 4. So I've got to go down 3. Well, we'll get rid of a field medic. Oh, we got some more people to talk to here.
Yes?
Tell me more about Eldane.
This Eldane. Could you tell me about him?
He should hang.
I'd hope to hear advice that will be useful to us in battle.
First of all, you can't rightly trust the bastard. He doesn't respect our laws, doesn't share our morals. The king once dispatched an envoy to Eldane, despite my advice to the contrary. Found the envoy the next day, eyes gouged out, shaft of his white flag jammed down his throat.
So, diplomacy's clearly not the wisest course. But what of battle? What tactics does he employ?
Like all elves, he's a worm. Avoids open confrontation, sets ambushes, attacks from the shadows, from midst the trees. It'll be best to burn this whole forest to the ground, deprive him and his folk of cover, any place to hide.
Sounds rather drastic. Like tossing the babe out with the bath.
Believe me, they'd not hesitate to do the same to us. Not for a moment.
Seen Edern in flames. That was hard.
Rayla, how are you holding up?
Not certain I understand what you mean.
All Edern is aflame. Nilfgaard's banners fly over its cities. Don't tell me you're not troubled.
Of course I'm troubled. I stationed at Rosberg for 5 years. Knew all on the crew there by name. But that's war. That's its nature. No sense bemoaning it.
I see.
That it is.
Just know if ever you wish to talk.
I won't, but I do appreciate your concern, ma'am.
All right.
I must go.
Let's go.
We'll speak later.
Your Majesty,
Xavier.
I've been meaning to thank you for allowing me to join your ranks.
No problem.
Certainly, Xavier. I welcome all foes of Nilfgaard to march beneath my banner.
Xavier, not Xavier. Okay, Xavier.
But what did the field surgeon say? Have you not resumed work too soon?
I've strength enough to wield a hammer, though my scars still burn, and fiercely so.
Man, he is so jacked up.
My lady, I've seen folk turn and frown at the very sight of me. If my appearance disgusts you, I can...
Nonsense. The Nilfgaardians, not you, should be ashamed. You've no reason to hide, no reason to cower.
Thank you, my lady. It means a great deal to hear that.
Tell me something more about yourself.
You've long served in King Demoven's army, haven't you?
Yes, Your Grace.
Why enlist at all? What prompted you to do so?
The king needed engineers. I answered the call.
Not terribly talkative, are you?
I can build any bridge, any ballista, but to talk, well, it hurts to talk.
I say, it's gotta be painful.
I see. Well, do not worry. I prefer deeds to words, in myself and others. Other matters await my attention. We shall speak later.
As you wish, my lady.
All right. Eldane's Commando. Fresh reports indicate elf named Eldane commands a powerful force in Moulderwood. Numbers equal or exceed your majesty's company. Extreme caution advised. Eldane's background: assimilated merchant operating in Gullet area. Radicalized after family killed in 1246 pogrom. Eyewitnesses state Eldane cannot be trusted. He honors no pact and never keeps his word. Interesting. Do not trust Eldane. Okay, moving on. Anything in here? Something's in here. Go south first. Oh, it looks like we got a puzzle battle here. In order to evade Nilfgaardian patrols, me veered from the main road. This detour, however, presented other dangers. The Lyrians lost their way riding through a mist-draped forest. Following a narrow, overgrown path, they stumbled upon a ruined homestead. It appeared abandoned, yet appearances can be deceiving. Eliminate the ancient foglet. Do not let Meave die. Okay. Mobile, permanent, resilience doomed. Removes it. Okay. Give one charge to the card on the right. I guess we'll start with Wagenberg? Wagenberg? Every turn on turn end, move one row towards the opponent. If on the melee row, destroy a random palisade instead. If there are no palisades, destroy Meave. Interesting.
Catch!
Maybe do the back row and move them back. So I lose 2.
Thing about slings, they aren't well.
Oh. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I can't move any more back. If I do this now, or will it matter? And why would we need a charge? I guess let's do it now. I mean, otherwise, why would we need a charge? They're gonna take out 3. Oh no, I can sit. Oh.
Gonna need 3 books of nails, tuck full of pegs. Don't you worry yourself, your grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Huh. Maybe I should have done it up here. Front row flame. Or...
Life at me ploughed, now here I'm marching proud.
Nope, they're gonna kill her. I'm 1 shy. Okay. Alright. We'll do this again. Let's bomb the front row.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Don't you worry yourself, your grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Okay.
Fishing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
This should do it. Nice. Okay. Couple tries there, but we got it. The force belongs to the Ain Sadi. Leave this place at once. Cursed Dahoin? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Or you shall remain here for all eternity, Eldane. It's the guy that cannot be trusted. Okay. Let's take a look. What do we got here? So we gotta go this way.
Meve and her companions neared the Moulderwood, a dense, ancient forest of trees whose tangled branches had witnessed the conjunction of the spheres. It was not until King Vidamont's day that a road was finally carved through the primeval thicket, significantly shortening the journey from Rossburg to Aldersburg.
Even when peace reigns, danger rules this road.
Rayla said.
Now no one dares travel it.
At the edge of the wood by the road stood an enormous willow. Its branches swept down to cover its trunk, looking for all the world like long tresses shrouding a woman's face. Meve had an ill premonition. She did not like the sickly sweet aroma wafting from this tree, nor the metallic buzzing of insect wings. She sent a scout to investigate.
Okay.
He drew aside the drooping branches and stumbled back.
Oh,
there were men bound to
man.
the tree, covered in sap oozing from gashes in its trunk. Its heavy scent had attracted swarms of insects, flies, wasps, bees, and beetles. They seethed over the bound men, crawling in and out of their ears and nostrils.
Eldane welcomes us to his wood.
Rayla whispered.
Eldane did this.
Meve stepped towards the tree and saw the men stuck to it were all still alive. Those the elves had caught recently writhed and howled for rescue. Those hanging longer merely followed the queen with half-crazed, bloodshot eyes.
I mean, free them if they're still alive.
Are you to stand there all day?
Meve screamed to her dumbstruck Lyrians.
Free them, at once!
Her soldiers needed no more prompting and set about sawing at the ropes with their blades. As soon as they had freed the first captive, before even a word of thanks could be uttered, a flaming streak soared through the air and stuck in the tree. The oozing resin burst into flames, engulfing the prisoners as well as the soldiers who had come to their aid. Elder speech battle cries rang out from the woods as elven warriors launched their attack.
Nilkancia! It's a trap!
Cried Raynor.
Defend the queen!
Should have just walked away. Should have just walked away. The Lyrians fought in a veritable inferno, choking and drowning in a sea of crimson smoke, surrounded by the horrific screams of men whose skin had begun to melt and warp. The ambushing elves appeared as specters, black paint streaked across their faces, eyes smoldering with their virulent hatred for humankind. All right. I don't need him. That was good. I'll swap out one of those. Yeah, let's go with this.
Keep your heads in the fight!
We're gonna deal with
They'll seek to blind
fire
us
the
with
entire
shock
time?
and awe.
Oh, crap. Damage a unit by 2. If it was already boosted, damage it by 6. Oh, man. Well.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Ha!
That did next to nothing. I could force him to attack. There's old Knickers, but he's gonna die.
None shall tread on us! Kill them! Kill them all!
Man. 3 more turns.
We'll catch 'em all!
If I can stick to 1 row, maybe...
Now we will see who is weak.
Dang it.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Well, let's just play this.
Death awaits us all.
Lock an enemy. He's locked. Dang, I have nothing out here.
Aye.
What the heck? Ambush. The next time your opponent plays a unit with higher power, damage it until power is equal to War Dancers. Oh, well, that's an interesting card. But he's 5/1, so it didn't do a whole lot. Let's see, this is probably worth the most damage here.
Death to Old One!
Alright, well, let's do
I'll
this.
fight to my last breath.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Well, that's not good. After 2 turns on turn start, damage adjacent units by 6. If any were destroyed, move to the other side of the battlefield. Okay, well, you first of all. Bring him in. I don't like that.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Okay. Bring him
My
in.
scars? No, they don't hurt.
So we'll give her 2.
Hey?
Okay. She's got another one. Could just bring him in.
The unworthy shall be punished.
Okay.
Everything all right?
Oh, that's not good. Put him
Her
out.
Majesty is exceptional.
We'll go him.
If anyone asks, you've not seen
That
me.
a 42. And then we'll do another alchemist.
There's been a mistake.
Make him a
I'm no
42.
mage.
This is ridiculous. And we'll just boost everybody, do some damage, and pass.
Don't let them regroup!
Haha.
Finish off the wounded!